What's up guys, it's Roger and welcome back to the channel, but obviously a little different this time. I told you guys when we hit 7K subscribers that I was going to do a face reveal, and that is what I have for you today. So here's my face. But I didn't just want to do a face reveal. I have actually a lot of things planned that I want to do with this because I like to do good with my community. That's one of my personal beliefs that I've always had, that I've always wanted to uphold as much as I can, that if you have a community behind you, you should try to do good with it if you can. So in this video, we are going to shout out a few really cool D2 YouTubers that I think deserve some love, deserve to hit a new subscriber milestone for themselves and keep growing their channels, because it's really hard, if you don't know, to grow as a small content creator nowadays. Way harder than it used to be in the past because there's a lot more competition. But on top of that, the competition nowadays is not very forgiving or kind when it comes to actually doing shoutouts or collaborations with smaller channels. All they want to do is just keep going bigger, bigger, and bigger and always be on top. And that's fine. That can always be your choice. But I don't want to run my channel like that. And that's why today I want to show you these smaller channels, because they have some really good content. Before we get to that, I do have a few other things that I do want to talk about, mostly starting with just saying thank you, because this has been such a crazy journey. It's been like 2 years now. We got to 7K subscribers like a month ago, I believe. And then a little over a month, we get to 8K just a couple days ago. And now we're 8,000 subscribers. It's like absolutely mind-boggling to me. I don't know if we'll be at 10K by the end of the year. Probably not. That's kind of shooting for the stars. That was like a little personal goal of mine. Don't think we'll do it, but if we could, that'd be really cool. But either way, when the new year starts, I'm gonna get to 10K pretty soon after that, I'm pretty sure. So seeing that milestone coming and these milestones that I've been hitting in the past couple months is just insane to me. Because, when you start out, you don't know what's gonna happen. But as I found out with so many different things, you just got to stay dedicated to it and show people what you're passionate about, and they will see that. They'll want to join that with you. And it's crazy because the reason I started my channel in the beginning was because I went one day when I was starting to use Blink and I looked up Blink content, Blink guide, and I couldn't find anything. There was nothing out there. And I was like, there's no Blink content on D2, no guides to teach me how to Blink myself, how to use this in PvP effectively. And so I said, okay, screw this, I'll just make it myself. And since then, I've turned from just an average player to a top player on the game, and I know we're all gonna say here, and everyone's always like, well, what's your KD in this? If you wanna use Trials Report or whatever it is, I'm usually pretty high up there in the top percentages of players. If that's what you wanna use as your tracking, all I know is that I am a solid player. I know my own skill level, and I know when it comes to average players, I can spank them in their little booty holes every day of the week. And even when I encounter high skill players, that's when you can have the fun games. Obviously, D2 is not in a great spot right now, which has made it a lot harder in the past few months to really be excited to make content, especially old projects like that I used to do with my Blink Shotgun Masterclass, for example, which is one of the biggest projects that I did early on in my channel. And I love doing big projects like that, but they just don't happen as much nowadays because I don't have as much passion for D2 anymore because of the bad state that it's in. And I guess I could blame myself for that, but at the same time, I think most of the blame goes to Bungie for that. They haven't upheld their game. There's been a lot of bad stuff happening for a long time now. And as someone who started playing D2 around the time that Forsaken came out, which most people consider as the golden age of Destiny 2, when it was in its absolute prime, the sandbox for the PvP meta was very solid, and the game all around just had a lot of good content. Sunsetting hadn't happened yet, and everybody was generally on a pretty positive note in the community. But nowadays, toxicity is absolutely rampant, and I know you're like, Roger, you're toxic all the time in your videos. And it's like, yeah, I am, but I try to do it for humor's sake so that I can make you guys laugh, because people do think the toxicity is really funny, but it's mostly if I'm doing like live commentary or something, playing with my friends. I want to make them laugh live while we're playing. So I call some aping Arctitan, a stinky little freak of nature, a homunculus, whatever you want to say. That's my kind of toxicity, the funny stuff. So we can actually bring some humor about it and actually have a laugh out of it. But nowadays, it's just not the best in the world. But all that being said, I still do love making content. It is what I'm passionate about in life. And that kind of brings me to my biggest point for myself in this video. So basically a while ago, I decided I want to try a new form of content. And a form of content that I always enjoyed personally on YouTube is commentary style videos. So I always was interested in making that style of content. And with all the knowledge and editing and just video making on every aspect, because when you are a small creator, you're everything for yourself. You are the one recording. You are the one doing the editing. You need to make sure your sound design is good. You need to make sure your thumbnails are on point. You need to know how to do titles so you can actually get clicks. Everything that you do is on you. I'm not sitting here with 300,000 subscribers and I can just go on Twitch and record some stuff on stream, and then an editor goes and takes those VODs, puts them together, and voila, you have a fucking Thanksgiving dinner of a video. No. If I want this voluptuous pussy to look absolutely poppin', I gotta do it myself. And that's really tough. And that's the toughest part about being a small creator, is that everything you do comes down to you. But after all these years, I've learned a lot of stuff, and I wanted to put it to the test. So I am creating a new channel that is gonna be my actual name. If you didn't know, my name's not actually Roger. That's just the name I made for this channel. That's the pufferfish's name, and then, you know, Roger is the pufferfish, and then I'm also Roger. That's why when I start my videos, I put my little pufferfish on my head. Roger's on the head of my guardian, because that's my guardian in game is also Roger. So my real name is actually Ethan, not Roger. I'm sorry if I'm, blowing anybody's worlds apart right now, but that's okay. So you'll see that is what my real channel is called. I'm gonna have that on my channel page if you wanna go check that out, as well as I will have that linked in the description, because today, when this video comes out, I'm going to have released my first commentary style video on that channel. I know that most of you might not be into that, if you're into gaming videos mostly, but I know some of you might be, and I know a lot of you are actually subscribed because you enjoy my personality, my humor, whatever it may be, and all of that is times 10 on that channel. So if you are interested in that, and especially just interested at all in really supporting me in this endeavor and in my passions, then go ahead, go to that channel next and watch my first video over there. I would really, really appreciate it. Before you go and do that, we need to go ahead and spread some kindness to some other channels in the D2 community. So why don't we go ahead and check out their channels first. Now, this first channel we're gonna check out is called Roger Blinks. This guy is really cool. I hear he's super sexy and, this is my channel. Yeah, no, I'm here for a reason. I want to show you guys, if you go to my channel page after you watch this video, because you want to see anybody's channels that I'm including in today's video, you can find those in a few ways. One, go to my channel page, scroll down. I have all their channels listed right here. So anybody's channel that I'm going to show today is listed right here in my second channel and friends section, as well as if you want to find my new channel, it's going to be in this section as well. So just go there on my channel page, you can find that. If you don't want to do that, you can go and click in the top right. Every time I show a new channel on screen today, I will put their link in the top right of this video, as well as the fact that I will put it in today's description as well. So anywhere that you want to look in those three places to find links to these people's channels, go ahead and look in those three places, on my channel page, in the description, and in the top right. Now, all that being said, why don't we go ahead and start looking at these channels. Now, first up here, we have Pooba Parker. Now, Parker is a really cool guy. I don't exactly know what Pooba means, but either way, dope ass name, obviously. And if the man's as handsome as his profile picture is right here, then goddamn, I need me a piece of that, if you know what I'm saying. Besides that, he has some awesome videos as well. He has so many different videos on weapon reviews. Obviously, you can see here, he just did one on Necrochasm the other day. Great video. I know it's like, oh, Roger, you've only watched this video. I watched a lot of these people's videos on my actual private channel, the channel that I actually watch videos on. So that's why you don't see a bunch of like watch time stuff on these videos, but trust me, I did a dive into all their channels so I could actually learn about their personalities and stuff, so I could tell you guys how their videos are. And Pooba is really cool. He's very chill. He has a lot of quick cuts and edits inside of his videos, so he cuts out most of the actual like la-di-da type shit, You're gonna get action in his videos, a lot like you do with mine, Right when I get a good round done in my videos, I cut to the next one. And he does that kind of times 10. He cuts out even the stuff that I don't cut out. So you'll see that a lot in his videos. He just gets stuff done. One series on his channel that I actually really like is this one right here. And you can see this one's called the Casual Player Solo Trials Experience. Flawless or Flop Week 4. So he's done this for 4 weeks in a row now, an entire month, and he does it flawless or flop. And he just goes in and he tries to get a flawless card done live on camera. And it's always a really fun time. That's the series that I've been liking the most on his channel. And just the other day, actually, when I finished one of my videos, I put one of his on my end screen. So you might already be subscribed to him based off that video you saw of mine the other day when I said to go ahead and check out his channel. Besides just the trial stuff, he does a bunch of other weapon review type stuff centered on PvP. So he's mostly a PvP YouTuber. I haven't really seen him doing much other for like PvE, but you can see here, he's mostly starting a couple weeks ago, really going hard on the D2 content. He's been very consistent with it, and that's something I really like to see from these small channels, because consistency, especially in the beginning, is the name of the game. Once you're a bigger YouTuber, you already have that established audience, but when you're smaller, you got to be consistent with it, and I really, really respect his actual commitment to the grind, although I think that's kind of a goofy word, but I respect how much he's actually going in on this and making great content along the way. He's at 465 subscribers right now. If we could like turn this guy up to at least 500, that would be absolutely amazing. So make sure you go ahead and check him out. Next up here, we have Maximal GFX. Now, obviously you can see this guy has 810 subscribers already, so he's so close to 1,000. So you guys gotta go help this guy out. I mean, imagine if we could help him make that one big push towards 1,000 subscribers. Because if you don't know, one of the big requirements on YouTube to actually joining the partner program and being able to monetize your videos and really making any kind of money back on these videos for the time investment you put into them is hitting 1,000 subscribers. Before you do that, you can't even make anything off your videos. So all the people you're seeing here today are below that threshold. So they are doing these completely out of their own passion. So that's something else you got to respect. Now, this guy has a lot of montage style videos in PvP, trials, control, whatever it is, mostly just PvP all over the place. He really likes Nova Warp. Obviously, he dubbed himself the Nova Warp guy, and I can say, watching his videos, he lives up to that name quite a bit. So obviously, he likes Blink. You can see down here, we got some Nova Warp stuff, Burnout, Blink Root, so he's covering that Blink, and we all love Blink. Down here, Terrible Blink Tech Bro's got it going on, and more recently he's had much more of an emphasis on this Strand Warlock, doing some awesome stuff with that. He's got these cool little montages in his videos and everything. Really entertaining stuff. I think you guys would enjoy it quite a bit. So like I said, go check him out. Let's help him make that big push if we can and get him as many subs as we possibly can so he could get really close to 1,000. I think that would be so cool. I would love to do that for the guy. Next up we have Aether D2. Aether, I think it's Aether. Either way, the guy's really fucking funny. You can see he's got 400 subscribers right now. Pretty awesome. Maybe we could bump him up to 500 or something. I don't know. Obviously, giving as big of a push to all these guys today would be as awesome as possible. This guy was cracking me up when I was watching his videos. He does PvP type videos with good plays, obviously, but mainly focused on this hilarious commentary, I gotta say. Every time I was watching this guy's videos, I was just waiting to see what he was gonna say next. You guys know that I'm dropping absolute bussy bombs every time I'm doing commentary in my PvP videos, and this guy's pretty similar. Not really saying the word bussy. This guy's cracking me up. He's a college student, actually. I heard him say in one of his videos that's just doing these videos for fun on the side. So if you can go ahead and get him a little boost, I think you'd really appreciate that. That'd probably make his day quite a bit. So go check him out. I think you'd really like his videos, especially if you want a good laugh. Next up, we've got Lazy KB. Now, obviously, you can see this guy is pretty high up on the subs too in terms of hitting 1,000. So seriously, go give him that nice little boost. Now, this guy has a lot of focus on PvE style builds that really help you max out your DPS in PvE. Really cool stuff. Obviously, I'm not a big PvE player, but if you are, I would definitely suggest going to give him a nice couple of views on his videos because he has some cool stuff going on. On top of that, he's a very chill atmosphere. I think you guys would like it a lot, especially if you like my videos where I'm kind of just more relaxed. This guy will fit the bill for you quite well. Now, on top of that, he does do some trial stuff every now and again. You can see 11 days ago how we went flawless in Trials of Osiris as a PvE player. He has some good editing, some good plays. I think you guys would really like his channel, so go ahead, give him a little subscribe, give him some watches. I think he'd really appreciate it, and I would too. Last but not least, we have Lil Wook 2. Maybe the 2 is supposed to be an S, and it's Lil Wooks. I don't know. You can fill in the blanks there for yourself. You got a brain on you. I mean, I think, unless you're a Titan main, in which case, God rest your soul. Now, this guy you can see has much more kind of tutorial style videos covering Destiny news, covering how to do certain things in events such as the Festival of the Lost. He covers some stuff there in that event, showing you how to finish some stuff up in that event, telling you look, the 15 worth revealed, here's the full cutscene, uploading stuff like that. He doesn't use much of his own personality in these videos yet, but not everybody does. Some people just like to do straight to the game, cut the bullshit, and just get it done, and this guy definitely fits the bill on that one. So let's go ahead, give him some subscribers in there. I mean, our bro wants to hit 100 subs by the end of the year, so I feel like we could help him get close to that goal at least. I mean, he's got about a month and a half to fit that, let's see if we can get him there. Now, that's all the channels I have to show to you guys today. Thank you for everybody that listened in my intros in the past couple weeks when I was telling you about this video idea, and everyone today that I shouted out, Hooba Parker, Maximal GFX, Aether D2, Lazy KB, and Lil Wook. Really appreciate you guys for actually saying, hey, go ahead, give my channel a look. I did. I really appreciate all you guys. And I would love to do more stuff like this in the future, not just on big momentous occasions. If I can keep finding D2 content creators that are smaller than myself and giving them constant shoutouts, that would be something that I would love to do. Maybe we make this in a weekly type series thing. If I keep finding people that want to get shoutouts and I see have good drive and ambition, good videos and everything in between, then I would love to help them out. Because that's really, like I said in the beginning of this video, what I want to do with my platform and my community. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm still going to be playing Trials of Osiris and roasting the absolute shit out of every Titan that comes aping around me in a corner with their fucking conditional finality in his tiny little fingers. But at the same time, we don't always have to be toxic. We can have fun too, we can treat each other with respect, and I think overall, we can probably bring back the D2 community. I'm not quite sure. I know we've been in a rough spot, and even if the game doesn't come back into a great spot, because I don't know if it will, all I can really control for sure is how I treat it, and how I treat you guys, and how you treat me. So, Y'all keep enjoying the videos, I'll keep making it to the best of my ability and with as much passion as I can have behind them, which, although some days might be dwindling more than others, trust me, those surges of passion do come back for D2, and sometimes I go on little sprees where I really enjoy the content I make. But all that being said, we are about at the end of this video here. A couple more things before we go. Like I said, go ahead after this video on the end screen, I'm going to have the link to my first commentary video. Go ahead, check that out. If you really want to support me that one extra step, I'd really appreciate it. If you want to go ahead and just subscribe to the channel just so I can get some viewers behind it, whatever you do would just go a million miles in helping me out, as well as go help out every person I showed you in this video today. Go check out one of their channels. If something I said about one of them specifically tickled your little fancy, then go check them out. Whatever it may be, just put a little kindness out in the world today, guys. I'd really appreciate that, and I think you'll feel better once you do. But all that being said, I really appreciate you guys. Let's see if we can make that push towards 10K on this channel, and that's it for me today. So as always, have a great day, Guardians.